Hello, friends. Pete Little here from St. George's Church in Owen Sound with good news for April the 12th, 2023. As you can see, lots of light in the room, all coming from outside, and it's just a beautiful day here in Owen Sound. As you can see, I'm ready for golf. They're not ready for me yet, but I'm ready. I'm just going to get into the reading. It's today's reading is entitled "On the Road to Emmaus," and it's Luke 24, verses 13 to 35, and it's we're still on the third day after the crucifixion, and I'll just get into it. Here is the Gospel according to Luke. Now that same day, two of them were going to a village called Emmaus, about 7 miles from Jerusalem. They were talking with each other about everything that had happened. And as they talked and discussed these things with each other, Jesus himself came up and walked along with them, but they were kept from recognizing him. He asked them, "What are you discussing together as you walk along?" They stood still, their faces downcast. One of them, named Cleopas, asked him, "Are you only a visitor to Jerusalem and do not know the things that have happened there in these days?" "What things?" he asked. "About Jesus of Nazareth," they replied. "He was a prophet, powerful in word and deed before God and all the people. The chief priests and our rulers handed him over to be sentenced to death, and they crucified him. But we had hoped that he was the one who was going to redeem Israel. And, what is more, it is the third day since all this took place. In addition, some of our women amazed us. They went to the tomb early this morning, but didn't find his body. They came and told us that they had seen a vision of angels who said he was alive. Then some of our companions went to the tomb and found it just as the women had said, but him they did not see." He said to them, "How foolish you are, and how slow of heart to believe all that the prophets have spoken. Did not the Christ have to suffer these things, and then enter his glory?" And beginning with Moses and all the prophets, he explained to them what was said in the scriptures concerning himself. As they approached the village to which they were going, Jesus acted as if he were going further. But they urged him strongly to stay with us, for it is nearly evening. The day is almost over. So he went in to stay with them. When he was at the table with them, he took bread, gave thanks, broke it, and began to give it to them. Then their eyes were opened and they recognized him, and he disappeared from their sight. They asked each other, "Were not our hearts burning within us when he talked to us on the road and opened the scriptures to us?" They got up and returned at once to Jerusalem. There they found the 11 and those with them assembled together and saying, "It is true, the Lord has risen and appeared to Simon." Then the two told what had happened on the way and how Jesus was recognized by them when he broke the bread. This is the Gospel according to Luke. Well, another accounting of he's not in the tomb. Where'd he go? And these appearances that are reported by Luke, he's repeating the stories that he's heard, are they're intriguing. Noni and I had quite a discussion back and forth over this, and we think one of the main things about this event was, when can we see Jesus? He can be present and we don't see him. And he walked along with Cleopas and his companion, and it's the women couldn't find Jesus. The tomb was empty. And he reminds them, don't you remember what the prophets have been, all the way back to Moses in the scriptures, there has been, this is what is going to happen. This is what the Messiah is like, and this is how it's got to happen. And they really couldn't see Jesus until he broke the bread. And I think part of the message today is, perhaps we won't see Jesus clearly, or as clearly as we might, unless we spend some time talking with his friends. As your friends are trying to do on the Good News, share the gospel and the Psalms and all the readings appointed for each day, and share their experience of God through Jesus. It is a remarkable experience, and I would recommend it to anyone. But I think for us to see Jesus in our life, we're finding this Good News experience a way of doing that. But we've been talking more freely with others too about our friend Jesus, God incarnate. And then we get a deeper perception hearing your comments. We can only see what we can see, and when we hear what you hear, we're given ears to hear and eyes to see, and our faith is enriched. And I guess put in a plug for the Good News presenters. If you'd like to join us, have a word with Ken and Mark, and let him know of your interest, and he can guide you, and would look forward to hearing from any of you who are interested in joining this happy band of people who are each very different, each have a different take on what we're reading and how we're reading it, and how they decide to present the word of the Lord. And it's I can recommend it. It's been a delightful experience, and so get together and talk with some of the friends of Jesus and get their take on things. It has deepened our faith and our relationship, not only just with and me. Our relationship has been improved by this exercise, which is a gift of love. Anyway, I do have a meditation to consider today. I'm going to be using it. It's kind of spring-like. And the meditation is this: God irradiates your life with the warmth of His Spirit. You must open up like a flower to this divine irradiation. Loosen your hold on earth, its cares and its worries. Unclasp your hand and hold on material things. Relax your grip, and the tide of peace and serenity will flow in. Relinquish every material thing and receive it back again from God. Do not hold on to the earth's treasures so firmly that your hands are too occupied to grasp God's hands. He holds them out to you through Jesus Christ. He holds those hands out to each of us. And the prayer I'm going to use today, I pray that I may be open to receive God's blessing. I pray that I may be willing to relinquish my hold on material things and receive them back from God. We do hope this finds you well. God bless you all. It's a great joy to be a member of St. George's.